What's up, bros? This is the All Bros Podcast. I am your host, Caleb Albers.
And I am Jonathan Rose.
We are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we will be talking about Fox moving the dates of some of its movies, some for the good, some not. And then we will get in. That's our only news item.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's all we got.
And then we'll get into our review of Coco, and then after that, we will get into our review of The Last Jedi. So, Rose, you know more about this Fox thing than I do, so.
I don't really know. I really just know what the tagline says, but basically, Fox has moved Deadpool 2 up by 2 weeks, so it will come out now May 18th of this year. And then Gambit has once again been pushed back, and also New Mutants has been pushed back to 2019. I don't exactly know what Gambit has been pushed back to, so...
Well, they haven't even started recording or
No, they haven't.
Or filming or anything.
I think the writer of... The writer that was supposed to write the script just quit.
What?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I think so.
Do you think Gambit's an interesting enough character for his own movie?
I think so, and I think Channing Tatum, I applaud him so much for still staying on this project, considering how many times it's been shuffled around.
That's commitment, dude.
Yeah, that is straight up commitment. I think he can do a very good job as Gambit, so I'm still excited for it.
So if this was a Fox move, wouldn't Disney be the one producing Gambit now?
I think so.
So Gambit's going to be technically the first not... Actually, I can't say not MCU character. He's going to be the first X-Men character in the world, maybe in the world of the MCU.
That is true, I think.
If they decide to go that
Yeah.
route, or they might just go the route that Fox was going and then just continue from there.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And New Mutants was supposed to be an X-Men horror movie,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I thought they were done with filming that.
I guess not.
Have you seen the trailers for it?
No.
They already have a trailer released and everything.
Oh, really?
Um,
Oh, speaking of, I'm sorry, this is like totally going way off topic. Did you see the Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
oh my gosh, dude. That movie doesn't need to happen.
No, it does not. Seriously, your tagline is if Aquaman can get a movie, anyone can?
Dude,
That's so retarded.
that's bullshit. And
Yeah.
of course you show the shitty Aquaman.
Yeah, and also you have to have that fart joke in there. That's what ruined it for me.
Dude, just... Robin ruined it for me. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, wait, I thought this was a joke. Like, you're seriously making a movie about Teen Titans Go?
Yeah.
Like, a live-action Teen Titans movie would have been better.
Or I wish they
Well,
would have just
kinda,
gone
they're
back
doing
to
it.
the original and just do Teen Titans.
Yeah.
That animation was great.
Yeah, that was, like, perfect. It was, like, more anime-style
Yeah.
animation, but...
Didn't they have the same voice actors who did the voices for Teen Titans come back for Teen Titans Go?
Yep.
I would have probably quit after the first episode.
I know, I've been like, are you shitting me? This is where you're taking us?
The Wonder Woman bit was funny. I'll give them that.
Okay, Wonder Woman was
That was pretty
good.
funny. But yeah,
Dude, but like the superhero movie, the end all superhero movies, hopefully.
I'm like,
No, F you.
right? It's got so many dislikes. Like someone posted on, when I was posted on Facebook in the comments, they were, I grew up with the Teen Titans, like reading the comic books, and I just feel ashamed now.
Yeah, right? Like, I grew up watching the show.
Yeah, me too.
Even like the reruns, dude. Like, I never watch reruns, but I would watch the reruns of that like
Was that
all
good
the
of a
time.
show?
It was really good. And then Teen Titans Go comes out, and I will admit they do have some funny bits, but not a lot.
I've only seen like probably, I just bit my tongue. Seen like only like 5 episodes. I'm still not that impressed.
They have good bits. They have their good moments.
Yeah.
Not all episodes are good.
Yeah.
But I hope that the Titans can be redeemed by the live-action Titans show coming out.
I hope so too.
And they're doing a lot of different characters. They're doing, I know Raven and Starfire are supposed to be in it. I haven't seen any pictures of them yet. There have been 2 pictures released of 3 different characters. The first one was Robin, which I believe I showed you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one was a picture of Hawk and Dove. Do you know those characters at all?
No. Never heard of them.
Okay, well I don't know very much about them either.
I've only heard
But-
of Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Yeah, they're completely different. They're kind of like what word am I trying to think of? They're more of a brother-sister relationship kind of thing, I'm assuming, from the pictures that I saw.
Okay.
I googled Hawk and Dove, and the costume design for the live action
Yeah.
is really good. Like,
Sweet.
it's really good.
Cool.
Like, I give props to whoever designed the costumes, because they stay true to the comics, but they are like super realistic too.
Okay.
Kind of like
It's like what you want.
yeah, it's kind of imagine like the Robin costume.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like that. It's as comic book accurate as that Robin outfit,
Okay. Cool.
which I thoroughly enjoy. And if you can make a comic book costume not look ridiculous,
Yeah. Just not the biggest fan of the hair.
no,
Yeah.
the hair, dude, it just pulls me out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do we get from Fox?
Oh, because I brought up the Teen Titans Go to the movies
Oh
trailer.
yeah. Anyway,
So
going
my
back, I'm happy that Deadpool 2 moved up.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see that movie so bad.
Not as bad as Infinity War, of
Not
course,
as bad as
but
Infinity War, but I think that's good. Would be a good hold off movie.
yeah,
Just kind of to be like, get you pumped for Infinity War. I mean, even though I'm super pumped for it,
it comes out after Infinity War.
comes out after.
Yeah, Infinity War comes out May 4th. I think, yeah, May 4th.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So, it comes out May 4th.
Yes.
Confirmed.
Hallelujah. Yes,
Confirmed.
it's confirmed. Yes.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. So if Deadpool comes out, then do you think Infinity War is going to lose any lose views when Deadpool 2 comes out?
I don't think so. Maybe a little bit, but not that much.
You don't see it
I
losing that much?
don't really like. I don't know. I see Infinity War sticking at the top of the box office for at least 3 to 4 weeks, maybe
Yeah.
3, hopefully
3?
4.
That seems fair. What movie? Oh no. So Last Jedi got bumped from the top of the box office and got replaced by Jumanji.
Did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they switched. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how Disney had to say about that. Sony actually beat them at the box office. That's the new thing.
Yeah. Because Sony's finally like, oh, this is what a good movie looks like.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man: Homecoming. Yeah, their movie was.
Very good movie, by the
I-
way. Even though you haven't seen it yet, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Very good. I really liked it.
Yeah, I need to see it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so you got any other news?
Nope.
No?
I got nothing.
Okay, I got nothing either. Nothing either? Yeah. So, with that, let's jump right into our All Bros Breakdown.
Yeah. I don't know why.
What was that?
I don't know.
Come on. Be better.
What's wrong with saying yeah?
Because you sound like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with that? Everyone knows Kool-Aid. Please tell me you like Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid's okay. It's not my favorite.
Okay, it's not my favorite either, but you at least like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, alright. Just make sure. About to have a problem there.
Anyway, off the topic of Kool-Aid, let's get into our first review of Coco.
Ooh, my favorite movie of 2017. I totally slurred my words there.
Okay, so let's first cover the soundtrack. I really liked the soundtrack.
You just liked it. You didn't love it.
I did like it.
Just
My favorite song though
Yeah.
was Un Poco Loco.
Yeah, that was a really good
I
one.
know, dude. I can't get that song out of my head. When I
Right?
sing it, I'm just like I hum it, and then
Really?
it's just kind of like, oh shit, it's in my head now. Yeah, that's. Oh, first off, spoiler alert. Our spoilers are full of our reviews. Our reviews. Blah, blah, blah. Our spoilers are full of reviews. Our reviews are full of
We
spoilers.
took English, we swear.
Sometimes. Yeah, so warning.
Yeah.
But soundtrack I thought was amazing.
Yes.
Remember Me was a really good song. I didn't feel for the lyrics, at least the English ones.
Okay.
I listened to both the Spanish versions and the English versions.
I haven't listened to the Spanish yet. I need to.
Okay, you need to listen to the Un Poco Loco in the Spanish. So much better.
Okay, have they done Proud Corazon in Spanish?
Which one was that?
That's the ending song.
The one with the grandma?
Yeah, like when she's walking with her mama and papa into because that's probably my favorite.
I don't know.
I love that song.
I don't know if they did that one in Spanish. I'm betting
I'm
they
sure
did.
they did.
They
Yeah.
have Spanish and English versions of like all the songs.
I just want to see this movie in Spanish. Like I don't care that I'm not going to understand a word. I just want to see it. I think it would be really cool.
I think you could get away with just watching or listening to the Spanish soundtrack,
Okay.
which it's
That
on
would be fun.
Spotify. So
Oh, it is? Okay.
yeah,
Or I'm sure it's on YouTube too.
yeah, it's on YouTube too.
So I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, so I liked the Spanish version of it
Okay.
a little better than I liked the English.
Okay.
Remember Me felt like a much better song in Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I like the English version, but
So
like
how
a
do you
lot
say-
of the
Do you
don't
remember
ask
how to
me.
say? Oh, you don't remember how to say "remember me" in Spanish?
Nope.
Come on, man. You're part Spanish.
I'm part. I'm not that part.
Okay, fair enough. Well, get learning.
Get learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna learn Spanish. I'm too lazy.
Your mom's gonna be so disappointed.
My mom doesn't know Spanish either, so suck it.
Oh, okay.
It's my grandma that's gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
But that disappointment's gonna come down 2 generations. So I get like just a lesser disappointment. The soundtrack was fantastic, but like I said, I much prefer the Spanish version.
Okay.
You need to listen to it too.
Yes.
So get back to us next week with that.
Yes, sir. I saluted with the wrong hand. I'm sorry.
Did you? Yeah, you did. All right. What about characters and development? So let's start out with obviously our main character, Miguel.
I thought he was great, especially the kid that played him. He was very talented, especially with because I think voice acting can be very hard. And the way he portrayed some of like the emotion, especially towards the ending, and there's a scene towards like the beginning, and it's just like one line that he says, and it's when his family like finds out that he's actually been playing music secretly, and oh my goodness, Abuelita, right?
Close enough, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll get it eventually.
I'm not gonna be any better.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
His Obelita basically like smashes his guitar, and she's like, no more music. That's against our family. And she's just like, hey, you'll feel a lot better, when you spend I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Dia de los Muertos. How was that?
That was super shitty.
Dang it! I'm gonna get this.
Just say Day of the Dead, gringo.
No, shut up. Shut up. No, I'm gonna get that word down. She says like, oh, you'll feel a lot better when you spend this holiday with us. And the way that like it's just a simple line. I don't want to be a part of this family, but just the way that he like conveys it. I know it's a very simple saying, but like just the way he says it and the animation during it, like I got like a very sad look on my face.
Yeah, that was a heart-wrenching moment.
It's like really sad to like see that his family doesn't want to encourage him to follow his dreams at that moment.
Yeah, but near the end, you kind of understand
Yeah.
where they were coming from,
Yeah,
but at the same
that
time,
moment, you didn't.
yeah, you're just kind of like, they hate music. No one hates music.
Yeah. Like Ernesto de la Cruz says, never underestimate the power of music.
True.
Yeah.
Quotes to remember.
Yeah. Even though he turns out to be quite an asshole. We gave a spoiler warning, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah.
So if you weren't expecting that, that's on you.
Yeah. He's an asshole. Yeah. Straight up.
I agree with you. Miguel's progression was very good. I think he gained a lot of understanding about the Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt it right now.
And his relationship between, I'm assuming this is the next character we're going to talk about, but his relationship with Hector, who actually turned, well, do we want to, like, say that?
Not yet.
Okay, alright. His relationship with Hector, I love how it transforms throughout the movie, so that was really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think his whole experience being in the world of the dead definitely taught him more and more about the importance of remembering.
Yeah.
And
remembering
family. I'm trying to think of like a particular moment that it stuck out to me. I don't know why I'm forgetting it. But there were a lot of scenes where, like you said, there was a lot of emotion portrayed through the voice.
Yeah.
So, I think his character development built a lot, especially near the ending when he was teaching his young sister?
Yeah, his little sister.
Sister about Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
This movie, particularly, he didn't have very much of a relationship with his parents in this.
He didn't. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not uncommon for a Disney movie to not have parents in it,
yeah.
but both of his parents were in this, and we didn't see very much of them.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you saw more of his... Wow, that was very loud.
Yeah.
You saw more of his abuelita more than his parents. But, I mean, in a sense it makes sense because Pixar wanted the movie really to focus on, like, the...
Maybe extended family?
Yeah, like the Land of the Dead.
Yeah. And that totally makes sense to me. Next character we'll talk about is Hector.
Yes.
I think... I did not see the twist of, spoiler alert, Hector being Miguel's real grandfather.
I didn't either.
Until later in the movie.
I actually did not see it until he said it.
Are you shitting me? It took you that long?
Yeah. Because I don't know why. Maybe I was just so into the movie that, like, it never, like, came to my mind. Yeah. But... I don't know. Like, I should have probably caught on that it was most likely him because, like, when Ernesto was, like, talking about, like, how, how he had to leave, like, when Miguel was asking him, like, how was it, like, when you had to leave your family behind for all of this, and he doesn't really bat an eye about it, I think Miguel would have been like, well, wait, your wife is a successful shoemaker. I think you should be batting more than, you should be, what's the word I'm looking for? Wow. Yeah, I don't know. You think he...
Epic fail.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
okay.
that was hard.
Yeah. You want to take over?
Yeah. With Hector, I did not see that twist coming until this scene after they sang Un Poco Loco. when it was kind of like I need to get my grandfather's blessing, and I was just kind of like, probably him. Like I had my suspicions, and it was just confirmed, and I'm just like, yeah. But from, I liked how they did it where they were in that well together,
Yeah.
and then they kind of were able to piece it together.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Like it makes sense that you're just kind of like, oh, there's this random dude, but as a viewer, you could tell.
Yeah.
And I think the whole like the what is like how his clothes were different, the more raggedy,
Yeah.
definitely
Yep.
like pushed it out of your mind.
Yeah.
I think if you would have seen him in that clothes, you're just like, oh, there he is.
Yeah. It's like looking back, I'm like, how did I not notice that was Hector? Just like, because it's just Ernesto is like very, very bulky, and Hector is he's pretty skinny.
I think there was manipulation in that. I think they made the picture look a little more bulky,
Yeah.
like kind of like middle
That's
between
true.
Miguel or not Miguel, between Hector and Ernesto.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah, so that definitely threw you off. What about Ernesto? He's the next biggest.
One of the biggest assholes in Pixar history.
He's up there with friggin' Hans.
Yeah. Hans.
From Frozen?
That's not Pixar. That's Disney.
Son of a bitch.
You're gonna get this.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
The animation style's super similar.
But it's different. It's different. Sorry.
This is bullshit.
But this is like major spoiler. This is probably, I think, the darkest death that Pixar's ever done.
It's, as far as I'm aware, the only death that Pixar's ever shown.
That's true. Yeah, this is the only death that. Yeah, Pixar has shown. If you don't know, towards the ending of Coco, Miguel starts to so it's Hector, Ernesto, and Miguel in this one room, and Hector's, like, talking about how, like, he would, like, you kept trying to get me to stay, but I wanted to go to my home to my family, and, like, we had a toast, and, I shouldn't have ate that something, and Miguel's thinking, well, wait, in the movie when the two guys had a toast, turns out the drink was poison, and he finally puts it together, holy shit, Ernesto poisoned Hector.
Yeah, Ernesto's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, he's not.
Like, who makes a show about the way you killed someone?
Right?
Freaking dingbat. You were just asking to get caught.
Saddest part is, like, when Hector gets dragged off, you just hear him screaming, I just wanted to go home. So heart-wrenching.
Yeah,
this
that
movie,
part.
the feels.
Yeah, the feels were strong with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put him up there with the Prospector.
Okay, good job. You got a villain right. Good job. But his singing voice was incredible, so
It's pretty good.
that's about all I
Even
got.
though you didn't get to hear him sing a lot,
Yeah.
it was kind of short little bits, wasn't it?
I mean, like,
Until Remember Me.
yeah, and that was towards the beginning.
Yeah, because you
So.
you hear him sing that little short song, the Juanita song.
He doesn't sing that. Hector sings that one. Everyone knows Juanita?
Yeah.
That's Hector.
I thought we were talking about Hector.
I thought
Or
we
we're
were
still talking about Ernesto?
Yeah, we moved to Ernesto.
Okay. Why did I think we were... Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me.
I mean, but that was a very sad moment too.
Yeah.
When
But
Hector
you
plays
hear...
that song.
Yeah, you hear Ernesto playing or singing a lot more than... what was I going to say?
What?
You hear Ernesto singing a lot more than Hector.
Yeah, that's true.
You hear him at the beginning, but a lot of his stuff's just acting.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, there's that tape that Miguel puts in the best of Ernesto.
Yeah.
So, and that's both talking and singing. So.
Yeah. There were a couple. So, I think that's like most of the main characters. Do you have any other ones that you?
I'd say probably like his like extended or like his family that's passed on. What is it? especially like the twins. I think they were twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys were hilarious.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
And I don't know, like I really liked Mama Imelda. She was very good.
Yeah.
Like it was cool getting to understand like I mean, like we knew that's why she hated music, but it went into more depth of why. Like she used to love it, but her husband made her hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how she kind of got to re-experience her love of music at the
that
end.
was awesome.
That song,
Hector
dude,
as
was
well.
on point.
Yeah, I think it's La Verona.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
that is
said
the
a
song.
Spanish word right. Yes.
Point one.
Now I just got to get Day of the Dead down.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it down.
Uh,
By the end of the year, I will say Dia de los Muertos right.
nice try, but
Oh,
no
come
cigar.
on.
I'm trying to think of any other characters. Everyone else was just like super. I feel his family that was alive,
Yeah.
even though his great grandmother would like played the song and she remembered like that whole sweet moment. There was, I think his grandmother, Miguel's grandmother, was a little quick to kind of accept music back.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
kinda
I mean, but like, I feel if I was in her shoes and it made my mom that happy, I think I would too.
That's fair. Now that I think about it a little more. But that's all most of the main characters,
Yeah.
is it?
I can't remember all of his not extended, but his like families that has passed on his names. Especially really liked the small elderly gentleman. I don't remember his name. I'm very
I don't
sorry.
either. The uncle.
What?
Uncle something.
Yeah, Uncle something. I thought he was very hilarious.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Everyone was great.
There's a development. Let's just get into the acts. So, like, the first act, I'd say, is the beginning to when he enters the Land of the Dead.
Yeah.
The second time.
The second. Oh, okay. So like after he basically goes back for like 5 seconds, and they're just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. It's like, you just left.
That was so funny.
I think the transition between, like, kind of showing his story and how he kind of has to secretly love music, and him, I like how they didn't get him to play at the beginning until Un Poco.
Yes, I do too.
Just like, you're just kind of like, oh, we're gonna hear what you got, and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
But we did get a little sneak peek when he was in the attic.
That's true, we did. Yeah, because he started playing along with one of Ernesto's songs.
At first look, I thought that was just the TV.
Really?
Yeah, and then when he was like doing the little chords, I thought that was him just practicing what he could see, not actually him playing. And then like after a review, I was just like, oh, that's actually him.
I really wish the mariachi would have been able to hear him play.
Yeah, right.
'Cause
That would have been
I feel bad for that.
full circle.
Yeah, I feel bad for that mariachi.
Yeah, he got
That
freaking
poor
butt
guy.
slapped for no reason.
Yeah. It's like, wow, I'm gonna give your grandson a chance. Screw me then.
Yeah, and there was a problem that I had with. I had a few problems through the movie.
All right, let's hear him.
Okay, with the him needing to find a guitar, you mean to tell me no one out of all those people would let him borrow a guitar?
Probably because they were okay, fine.
Some of
Got
them
me
were like,
there.
"Oh, we're up next." That made sense.
Yeah.
But someone that's like already gone, you mean you've had no one up there?
Okay, well, if it's like a guitar that like you've like basically like you've loved for so long and like costed you so much money, would you really trust like a 13-year-old kid with it? I don't know how old Miguel is supposed to be. I'm saying probably 10 or 12, around that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Would you
thinking.
trust a kid?
Okay, no, not if it was like a guitar that I poured my heart and soul into, but You mean to
Oh,
tell
they
me
did.
all of them?
You never know. Not
I'm
everyone is
willing-
as nice as that mariachi.
I'm willing to bet that I could probably go to Kentucky or Nashville.
Yeah.
Is Nashville in Kentucky? Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. No. I was like, I have to say it with the state. No. So I bet I could go to Nashville or any state where country music's big and find someone that would let me borrow a guitar.
Okay, road trip. We'll see if it happens. We'll vlog it.
Okay, I'm down. I actually had something I wanted to do on a road trip with you.
Damn.
Just real quick and off topic, I wanted to do the How I Met Your Mother road trip test.
I actually don't know what that is.
Oh, so you know the song 500 Miles?
Oh, yeah.
So in the show, they have a broken tape recorder,
Yeah.
and so that's the only song that plays, and for some reason they can't shut off the radio, they can't do anything, and it's just that song playing. I want to test that out on a road trip with you.
That would be fun. I'm down.
Dude, because it starts off where they're like, I freaking love this song, and then it gets to the point where they're like, I just want to shut it off. And then it shows like later where they're just like singing along to it, just rocking out to that song. And then it like
How long's their road trip?
it's a while. It's like New York to I want to say Montana.
Wow.
So however far that is, not Montana. One of the M states. One of them.
Okay.
Wherever they play hockey. Michigan. I think it's Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to test that out to see if I'm just like ready to shoot someone, and or if that transition happens where I'm like, I freaking hate this song too. I freaking love this song.
I'm down. Let's do it. So down.
I told Brielle about that, and she's like, "You're gonna do that."
I'm just like, fine. I'll take Rose.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Sweet.
I don't know when we're gonna do that. Let's try it this summer.
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
It's just on try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that pretty much concludes Act 1. Did you have anything else to add about it?
No, not really. It like basically, if you guys haven't seen Coco, I don't know if you really like summed it up. It's introduces Miguel as a kid that really just wants to play music. It's banned in his family. He's been playing it secretly. He discovers that his great grandfather is Ernesto de la Cruz. He tells his family, they're like, hell no, and he runs away. Tries to play in the
Talent show.
Yeah, the talent show that they're doing for the Day of the Dead, and then he tries to, because he can't find a guitar, he goes to where they have the memorial for Ernesto de la Cruz. He goes to grab the guitar, and because he stole from the land of the dead, he gets stuck in the land of the dead.
That's why he got stuck?
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't think they explained it that well.
Well, okay, sorry, not Day of the Dead, so the guy.
Land of the Dead.
Yeah. So I don't remember his name, but you know, like the guy that has to tape up his glasses.
Yeah.
Because he keeps sneezing. So he says I'm gonna butcher this again. Dia de los Muertos is the holiday where you give to the dead. Well, you stole from it.
Okay, I think I missed that part then.
Oh yeah. So.
Not like I didn't see it or anything. I may just.
No, you're good. I kind of got confused too, but like I'm like, wait, why is he? Oh, okay. So when you steal from the dead, you get stuck with the dead. Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to put it back and then go back to the land of the living, but okay.
Well, I mean, they gave him that chance, but then he stole it again.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So yeah, that pretty much sums up Act 1. The second act. So it starts when he runs away from his great-great-grandmother, I think, to go find Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yes, I'd agree. Well, wait, no. Doesn't the second act start when he like first meets his family in the land of the dead?
I consider that the first, because that's like the first like major conflict, and then it kind of gets resolved when he figures out what he needs to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the second act would be when he's trying to find Ernesto de la Cruz, and then the third one would be after he finds a way to get to De La Cruz.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree.
Or no, not finds a way to. Probably after he meets De La Cruz.
I would say. Would you say like it's after, after they find that Ernesto is a murderer, or before, like when?
Before.
Okay.
Because then the plot becomes. Because it's like 3 different plots.
Yeah, that's true.
The first plot is him being stuck in the land of the dead.
So you
and trying to realizing that he needs a blessing from his family to be sent back to the land of the living. And then the second one would be him realizing that his great-great-grandmother isn't going to give him that blessing without a condition.
Yeah.
And so he goes to find who he thinks is his great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
And then the third one would be when he meets his great-great-grandfather, and then shit hits the fan. And
okay. Would you say like it kind of more so? Would you say it starts when he meets him, or does the second act end after like Ernesto is like telling everyone, hey, this is my great grandson, and then the third act like starts when they're just like walking and talking about stuff? Would you say that's when the third act starts?
I think the third act starts when he's singing that song and gets Ernesto's attention.
Guess I'm just wrong. I just don't know axe, which is really sad, because I took a class on this my first semester of college.
Well, because it's kind of like small plots leading up to a big plot.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's just kind of the next act starts when the next plot or when the previous plot gets resolved. So I think with the second one, he was trying to find Ernesto.
Yeah.
And then the third one started when he started singing his song, because he found Ernesto. Now he's just trying to get his attention, and then it's from there to the end.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Anyway, second act is when he runs away from his grandmother to when he finds De La Cruz.
Yeah. And
so during that, he meets Hector, which he already met. No, he didn't meet.
no, he did not meet him.
So he gets the makeup put on him to kind of blend in.
Which I don't understand how it's convincing at all.
No, right? I mean, they're just kind of like eyeballs.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Like, it was kind of like, these guys are retarded.
Yeah. It's something I can overlook.
But that's when you get like a full view of the Land of the Dead.
Oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous.
Yeah, that
Pixar
animation was great.
Oh, Pixar, your animation.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So I didn't really have any problems with that act.
Yeah.
That's when they sang Un Poco Loco, which I really liked.
Yep, and everyone knows Juanita.
Yeah, that song
which was a very sad
and
one.
funny song.
Yeah, it was funny, but like it was like sad to see like after
Somber.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was very sad to see like after he'd finished singing it to the guy who told him to sing it because they needed the guy's guitar. After he finishes singing it, the guy fades to dust, and Miguel was just like, what happened to him? Where did he go? He's like, well, that's what we refer to as the final death, and we don't know what happens after that.
It's like, well.
It's like, when you're forgotten by, like, no one remembers you on Earth, you haven't been passed through generations, yeah, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, that sucks.
I think Disney kind of skipped over the ethnicities. It just seemed that all of them were Mexican.
That was the point, I thought.
I know, but not like a single white person.
No, I don't think, because this is supposed to be celebrating a Spanish holiday.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of how So you're telling me all Mexican people go to the land of the dead, and all white people go to heaven, and all white and black people go to heaven?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know really anything about Mexican culture. I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough.
But
Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming.
Okay.
I promise I'm not trying to like bag on like anybody's culture here. But
Yeah. So through this act, it made his great great grandmother seem like the bad guy,
yes.
like a lot.
Yeah.
But you do get her story about how she loved music, and it just kind of got ruined for her when her husband ran off to be a musician and then never came home.
Yeah.
Did Miguel mention at all, because I think it's super convenient that he didn't mention at all that he thought his great-great-grandfather was Ernesto de la Cruz?
No, he never mentioned that. He only mentioned that to he mentioned that to his family that were living, but not to his family that were dead.
And they didn't say, no?
Well, they just said we've never heard of this man, so that's really
At the beginning.
yeah.
So that kind of gives away that Ernesto's not really his
yeah.
plot holes. So that was a problem I had with it. It's just kind of like, no one's gonna tell him it's not true. Like, you guys all suck.
He's like, he's literally gonna have to find it out the hard way. Okay.
He's gonna have to die to find this out. Great parenting, guys.
Right? Amazing. Bravo.
Just trying to think of all the. Most of it was just him trying to find a way to Ernesto's
He's like
tower.
Yeah. It was like his son. No, wasn't it? Because the music concert they has is called like the Sunrise Spectacular or something like that.
Right.
I can't remember what the party was called though.
It had something to do with the sunrise.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Yeah, it might have been the Sunrise Spectacular. Spectacular. Or however they said it.
Please don't do that again.
Yeah, I won't. It didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So that wraps up Act 2 for me. What about you?
Yeah, that's awesome. Very good act.
Yeah. So Act 3, after he finds Ernesto, that's when shit gets real.
Yeah. You were just like.
Yeah.
At least that's how I felt, because apparently I didn't notice that Hector was his great-great-grandfather and not Ernesto. Because I'm blindsided.
It was a really well-kept secret, I think. I just was thinking, I'm like, okay, Disney has a plot twist. Because everyone and their mother's trying to do a plot twist now.
Yeah.
And some do better than others.
Plot twist. Very good plot twist.
Yeah, super good. I don't think it was like the all-time best.
No,
but
like,
it was
for this
pretty
kind of
great.
movie. Like, yeah, it was a very, very good plot twist.
Yeah. So you first see Miguel playing Un Poco Loco again to kind of get.
No, it's not Un Poco Loco. It's the world.
It wasn't?
No, it's the World is Mi Familia. Wow.
Whatever. Okay, so he sings a song to get Ernesto's attention, and it does. And then Ernesto kind of claims him as his grandson and starts showing him off to all his friends, and then kind of ushers them out to go get ready for his big sunrise show.
Yeah.
And then at that time, you see him about to give Miguel his blessing.
But then Hector barges in.
Yeah. And then they kind of have that big realization that Ernesto killed Hector.
Which, damn, that was very dark for Pixar, at least to me.
Yeah.
I did not see that
It's
coming.
pretty like, just,
I was like,
what?
Damn. He poisoned him. Okay. He needed his songs that much.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
And all because he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
It's like, can I just mail them to you?
Yeah, right?
Like, I'll keep this song and I'll just mail the other ones to you.
Well, no, I think he pointed out when he was leaving, like, these. I don't know if he did, but I want to say, like, he pointed out that these are my songs. No, you can't have them or something like that.
Did he? I don't remember him putting that stipulation.
Because I feel like, because Ernesto's like, like, hey, I'm nothing without you. You're like the songwriter. I feel Hector would have been like, okay, well then, if I'm the songwriter, here, take all the songs. I feel they meant a lot more to him than that.
At least Remember Me. I think Remember Me was his biggest, sentimental valued song.
Yeah, I would agree.
But then Ernesto kind of ruined it by singing it fast and upbeat.
I still like his version.
I don't like it as much as I
don't
liked
either.
Hector's.
No, I agree. It's definitely a better song played slowly. But I still liked Ernesto's version.
It was okay. I didn't care for it as much. I
Oh,
like
sweet.
songs that are supposed to be sentimental to be slow. That's just how I roll.
I'll eat shit.
You eat shit. Then Ernesto turns on Miguel and Hector, throws him in a pit. Or he throws Hector in a pit first.
Yeah.
And then he throws Miguel in a pit.
And it's like messed up because like the line that he said, what does he say? He's like I said, oh my goodness, seize your moment, always seize your moment, no matter what it takes. And he's like, you understand. And it's just like, damn, you're effed up.
It's like, ooh. That's kind of like someone, like, it's kind of like what you see in those, like, romantic comedies where they have that bitchy character getting something that they said earlier in the movie thrown in your face, and you're just like, ew.
Yeah.
Like, ew, that stings. It's like, no.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really well done. Even I was just kind of like, ooh.
It's
Like, I need that little Puss in Boots cat around, just so it's
Right?
like, ooh. But I thought that was really good. And then they tied it up by Ernesto starting his Sunrise Spectacular show.
Yeah.
And
Basically,
Miguel and all of his family got in the way of it, and his great-great-grandmother got stuck on the platform that was going up to announce Ernesto, and then she started singing a song. Why, I don't know.
well, I don't know. Like the biggest reason why they're there though is because before Ernesto throws, well, wait, no, sorry. Before this like whole ordeal goes down, Miguel gives Ernesto like the picture, gives him the picture of Hector because like he does recognize him a little, and he puts it in his shirt pocket, and he pulls it out again before he has Miguel take it away. So like, of course they have to get it back to where his great grandmother can't remember. His great grandmother can't remember him.
Great.
No.
Oh, the great, yeah. Yeah. Why she needed to sing, I don't know. Like, there was no real reason for
I'm
her to
assuming
sing.
like once she like
It
got
was-
on stage,
that one-
she's like, the music is taking me over.
I thought that was just. I think that song beginning was just a little weak.
How would you have started off if you were put on the spot? With
I wouldn't. I would have friggin' ran. I would have ran off the stage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I would have done. I would have just stood there and then started singing, hoping that the guys just kind of like are still wanting to
They're
sneak
like in
by.
awe.
You mean to tell me that no one sees them?
Yeah, right.
You don't think someone in the front row or one of the first front rows is just kind of like, hey, are they trying to arrest her? Like, that's, like, a lot of the songs, they had a perfect start.
Yeah.
Un Poco Loco did. A lot of them had a really good start. Just a natural start. That one seemed like a, just sing, kind of
Yeah.
moment.
Okay, that's fair.
Which doesn't. It didn't. I didn't care for it.
So basically, after that, Ernesto catches up with the family. I think they do get the picture back, but Ernesto takes it back. He basically throws Miguel off the cliff.
Yeah, I was like,
damn.
shit, son.
Thankfully, though, a camera is recording this the whole time.
I think they did that on purpose.
Well, yeah, because one of the family members sets it up.
Yeah.
You're like, thank you. And so basically, thankfully, Dante is able to. He tries his best to try to catch Miguel, but his shirt rips, and then I forget Mama Imelda's spirit animal's name, but that comes and swoops Miguel up and brings him back, and then
Pulls a whole Aladdin move, just like, son.
Yep. And then Ernesto comes out. The whole scene has been projected. People are booing him. He gets food thrown at him, and basically that. And then Hector starts fading away because Mama Coco is starting to forget him like completely.
Yep.
And so like Miguel's like, no, like I gotta take your picture back, but I lost it. I'm very sorry. It got lost in the water. And Mama Imelda's like, Sunrise, we need to get you home. And so
They give him the blessing without any stipulations.
Yeah, he's able to. Yep. And he gets back to the land of the living. He rushes home, and basically like literally he locks the door so nobody else in his family can get into there. And he starts singing "Remember Me" to Mama Coco, and I don't think she remembers it when he finishes it. Or wait, no, sorry. He doesn't start singing it yet. He starts telling her about like you need to remember him. He's fading away, and then the family bursts in, and oh my goodness, Abuelita is like, you need to apologize to your Mama Coco, but then he starts singing the song, and they all just start listening, and then she finally does remember him. She shows that picture, the ripped piece. We never even brought that up. But there is.
Yeah, we didn't at all. That was a huge plot point.
So on their oh my god, on his family's ofrenda, one of the pictures is of his great grandma Coco, his mama Imelda, and then there's another guy who turns out to be Hector, but the head is ripped off. So whoever that is, they can't cross into the land of the living. But it is revealed that Mama Coco actually does have the picture of her father. She reconnects it, they tape it back up, and then they put it up on the ofrenda, and Hector is able to cross back over. But during that span of a year, sadly, Mama Coco does pass away.
Yeah.
That was really sad.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough on my soul.
Yeah.
Especially since I lost my grandma this year, I was just like,
yeah, you did. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I know not this year, it was like last year, 2016, I think.
It was 2016, actually.
Anyway, it's still fresh.
Yeah, no, I completely.
The wound hasn't completely healed over.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, that sucks.
It just destroyed my soul a little bit.
No, I understand. It was a very sweet moment seeing her reunited with Hector and Mama Imelda.
Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much covers it. The only problem that I had with this act was, one, how quickly the family just kind of accepted that music back in their life.
Yeah, I get that, but like I told you earlier, I think the biggest reason why Abuelita was willing to do it is because it made her mama so happy. So, and I just feel that they were basically finding out that her father was this huge this huge amazing songwriter. They're just like, wow, maybe music really isn't that bad in our family. It's kind of brought us. I mean, yeah, it tore our family apart, but maybe it can bring us back together. So.
The other problem that I had, I mean, that wasn't a huge problem I had, but the biggest one was how easily everyone turned on Ernesto. First off, how did you prove that Ernesto killed Hector?
He says it. He himself says it.
Yeah, in the land of the dead.
Oh, sorry.
In the land of the living, everyone's just kind of turned on him, and then they start saying, like, oh, this person actually wrote all his songs. How did you prove that? And how... There's not one person that's kind of, like, realizes that their hero is a shitbag and isn't, like, I still kind of like him.
I don't know. I mean, I'll also look into that, actually.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's a good point.
No one's good. Like, how do you prove something that old? It's been generations. That's my huge, like, everyone just kind of turned on him. That's bullshit.
Maybe the land of the dead, in a way, has like a big effect on the land of the living. Like, it can rewrite history.
Yeah, I don't believe
I know.
it.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Alright. Anyway, so that finishes up what we thought of all the acts. Just real quick, what you think about the overall plot, the
So we're just giving our
stakes?
final thoughts?
Yeah, just final thoughts.
And
And grade.
okay. Like I said in our last podcast, this was my favorite movie of 2017. I thought the characters were great. Story was great. The music was fantastic. Pixar knocked it out of the park on this one. The animation was fantastic. I applaud Lee Unkrich, who directed Toy Story 3. He directed Coco as well. He did an amazing job. Just everything. I really don't have any problems with it. Maybe a little minor. But I loved Coco. I'd give it an A.
An A?
Yep. I'm giving Coco an A. I have no problems with it. If you give it anything lower than an A minus,
I'm giving it a B, closer to a B plus.
So yeah, I'm giving it a B.
What?
I'm giving it a B, but it's closer to being a B plus than a B minus.
You're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
Hey,
there were so a lot of things that left me questioning, just kind of like, okay, wait, what? Like that whole everyone hating Ernesto after he came back from the land of the dead. No one's gonna believe you. You can't prove that after that many years.
Yeah, but does that really affect the score for you?
It does. No, that didn't really affect the score. There were just like little things throughout that I just didn't.
I would expect
click.
at least a B plus, but really a B?
Rose, you're busting my balls here.
Dude, come on, that is one of the best Pixar movies they've ever done.
I think animation alone, I will bump it to a B plus.
Thank you.
Just because I'm being bullied.
I'm not bullying you. I gave Logan an A.
Yeah, because Logan deserved an A.
So does Coco.
No.
At least an A minus.
At least
B
it-
plus.
I'm still sticking with the B plus.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
that covers our review of Coco.
Yep.
Let's get into Star Wars: The Last
Episode
Jedi.
8, The Last Jedi. Yeah.
I thought you said we didn't have to say the whole thing.
Oh, well, I wanted to.
Okay, so let's start off with the soundtrack. The soundtrack was pretty Star Wars generic, I felt. There wasn't anything like, at least song-wise, that blew my mind.
I didn't really expect to have anything. It's done by the same guy that, oh my goodness, what is, Memento. He's like literally done every single other Star Wars soundtrack. I think the only one that he didn't do was actually Rogue One.
Yeah, but it was a generic Star Wars sounding movie. There wasn't anything
I think I'm okay
like...
with, because I feel like if you like try to like switch up like the soundtrack of Star Wars, I feel a lot of people are going to be pissed off.
They would. I'm not saying that the generic Star Wars sound's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's generic. It's just kind of like...
John Williams. That's his name.
Really? You forgot John Williams?
Sorry, I knew it was John something.
You're fired.
You could have came out and said that it was John Williams.
I could have, but
I'm gonna throw this remote at you.
whatever. Anyway, the music fit for what the movie was doing. It was generic. It was kind of like you could put this song anywhere in any other Star Wars film. But it fit. It fit really well with it.
Yeah, I agree.
So
like I'd download the soundtrack, but I'd probably download every single Star Wars soundtrack.
dude, you download one, you downloaded them all.
No, not necessarily. I think Rogue One's different.
Yeah, Rogue One, but that's supposed to be different.
Yeah, that's true.
These ones are supposed to be the Skywalker centered Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I like the soundtrack, and I really got nothing else to say about it. It didn't
I
blow
loved
my
it.
mind.
I still loved it, but like I hardly ever dislike or just like the Star Wars soundtrack. So
Characters and development. We got.
who should we start with?
That's a good question. I think the ones we need to do General Leia.
Yeah.
We need to do Poe. We
Okay.
need to do Rey, Finn.
Rose, Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, Snoke.
I don't think Snoke.
Really? Okay, yeah, that's true. He was. Oh,
He was
wow,
kind of a
was
throwaway.
wasted.
I wish we could do Phasma, but she was kind of a throwaway character too.
I
No,
feel so
like,
bad for
no
that
joke.
actress. I hate that Snoke was such a throwaway character in this.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams set him up so much in The Force Awakens.
Yeah. Dude, this movie just kind of shat in the face of Force
Yeah,
Awakens.
It did.
It's just kind of like, oh, you want to do something cool? Well, F you.
But like I said, or like I showed you in that video, I don't really consider it being the director's fault. It's Lucasfilm's fault.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If someone's going to do a trilogy, you need to get one director for all three.
Well, and even J.J. Abrams says he regrets not directing the whole trilogy.
He doesn't regret it?
He does.
Oh.
That's why when episode 9 opened up, he's like, "Yeah, I'm down. Sign me up." So,
Yeah. He should...
like
you
in a
need-
way, I'd love to see an episode 8 directed by J.J. Abrams. I mean, that's never, of course, gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I'm
But-
like, you're going to be waiting a while.
But that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be super
You know how like everyone asks like, "Oh, I want the Snyder version of Justice League. I want the Abrams version of episode 8."
Honestly, I want the Abrams version of... Not Abrams.
Snyder version?
Snyder version of Justice League.
I do too. I want to see what, but I don't know if we'll get it though.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, we'll see once Justice League comes out on
Yeah, but
Blu-ray.
I don't think from what I've seen, like they've only extended it like 20 minutes.
On Blu-ray?
Yeah, and they're not even calling it not Suicide Squad. My bad. They're not even calling it Justice League, the extended cut. They're just calling it Justice League.
That'll be interesting to see.
But
if it changes
what I
the story at
appreciate
all.
is that in the box art they are actually including Superman.
Good.
Yeah.
Superman gets the shit show of everything. He wasn't even on the Cinemark boxes or
No.
cups.
Yeah, but I mean, like after the movie came out, like they updated the poster, so that was good.
Yeah.
Like I know like they can't see it, but this is what the Target exclusive digibook's gonna look like. I love it.
Good.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited.
You bitches.
So and I always get the digibooks.
Anyway, Rose,
Sorry,
we're supposed to be talking about Last Jedi.
I'm sorry.
So those are the characters we're going to be talking about. We're going to
Yeah.
be talking about Rey, Finn, Poe, General Leia, Ambassador. Yeah.
What?
Remember the chick that took over?
Rose?
Not Rose. The chick that took over
Oh yeah.
Leia's position. It's like Ambassador something.
I don't think it was Ambassador.
Admiral.
Yeah, Admiral Holdo.
Yeah. That's it. Ambassador, what the hell am I talking about? You suck.
Shut up.
Ambassador Holdo, I think we should talk about.
Holdo.
Holdo, whatever.
I think it's Holdo. Yeah. Even I don't know. It's one of those. I know my Star Wars, I swear.
BB-8 we don't really need to talk about.
Yeah, he was like pushed to the side.
A little bit.
What the hell?
Then Kylo Ren and Luke.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, I'm saying we start off bad and go Kylo. Bad guy.
Oh, I was like, wait, we're talking about bad characters? I'm like, wait, I liked Kylo Ren in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're starting with the Sith.
So,
sorry, the First Order.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So again, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But
Kylo
in
Ren
this
dies.
movie,
I'm just kidding.
Rose, don't you do that to people. So in this movie, Kylo Ren is more. You can tell that he's struggling a little bit
Yes.
with his inner force.
Because the first scene that we see with Kylo is him going to talk to Snoke, and Snoke's just like, I don't know if you've completely given yourself to the dark side, and he's like, I've given you everything. I killed my own father for you.
Yeah, like what the hell do you want?
And he's just like, well, sometimes I just think you're a child behind a mask. And then I just love the next scene. You just see him, even though I love his helmet, I love Kylo Ren's helmet. I love the scene with him just looking at it, and then he just starts smashing it in the elevator.
I think this is one of those things that J.J. Abrams wanted to set up, like a whole, hey, I want to be the next Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And then in this one, it was just kind of like, no, like, you're a stupid child in a mask. And then he's just like, F you, and breaks it.
Yeah. And going off with the becoming the next Darth Vader, have you seen the SNL skit about Kylo Ren going undercover?
Yeah. Matt.
I just love when he's like, so do you believe when Kylo Ren says he's going to finish what Darth Vader started? What exactly has he started? It's so funny.
Yeah, didn't Darth Vader start helping the Jedis again?
Yeah, so.
But yeah, Ryan Johnson just kind of shat all over everything.
He did. He took. Yeah, he basically
like
just said,
everything,
"Screw you" to everything J.J. Abrams set up.
Yeah, it's like the whole lightsaber like moment where we're like at the end of Force Awakens, and it's just like throw it away.
Like, yeah, it was funny at the moment, but like now the more I think of it, I'm like, why? You should have kept it serious.
Mm-hmm. So Kylo Ren, there was a lot of development for him. You could tell near the scene that we're going to talk about with Snoke, his mind started to clear up. I mean, Snoke was basically saying, like, oh, I'm seeing everything clearly now. You have cleared up. You're no longer at war with yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Which was nice. Him and Rey have a connection that was brought on by Snoke. And I think that helps both characters develop a little bit.
And I swear if they try to make Kylo and Rey a thing, Kyray or whatever the hell people are calling it, I'm going to be
Raylo.
Raylo, whatever the hell it is.
That's what I would.
So retarded. I'm sorry, they cannot be a couple.
They could, but
they better not
a couple
be.
of Jedi Masters.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But no, they cannot be a couple.
Yeah.
If Rey needs to end up with if Rey has to end up with someone, I want it to be Finn.
Poe.
Dude, Daisy Ridley has even come out and said, "No, I don't think Rey and Poe."
Fine, then Rey stay single forever.
What's wrong with Rey and Finn?
Everything. Finn's with Rose now.
No.
Yeah.
Cut Rose out. I don't give a shit.
Dude, she freaking crashed a ship into him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I get she saved his life. But I feel watching their connection grow during The Force Awakens, like, I thought it was great just seeing them bond more together. I'm sorry, with Rose, like, seeing her, like, try to bond with Finn, I really could give two shits less.
Yeah.
Don't get, like, I'm sure the actress is, okay, wait, no, sorry, I'm skipping towards new characters.
Okay, so
let's
I
continue
think we're
with
done with
Kylo
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I think
The only thing that I did not like with him, and it was just a scene when he was shirtless, I thought that was really retarded.
Yeah, but
That
he
wasn't
got
funny.
yoked. He got yoked for that scene, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't laugh when she's like, "Oh, can you please put a shirt on?" I didn't laugh.
I did. I was like, why?
Really?
Dude, no. Dude, I leaned over to Brielle during that scene. I was just, she's like, "Could you put a shirt on?" I was like, "Why?" And then Brielle just like looked at me. She's like, "What?" I was like, "Nothing." Even Bronson was just like, "Did you just say what?" And yeah.
That's funny.
So, yeah, I thought that's pretty good. Anyway, going over to Rey. Rey still seems unsure of herself.
She does, and I'm hoping that she can be explored a lot more in Episode 9, because I feel J.J. Abrams understands the character a little more than Rian Johnson. So, because I feel her character is kind of wasted in this movie.
Rey?
Yeah.
She was.
And
She was just kind of like...
I hated that, because I loved her in The Force Awakens.
Dude, she was amazing in Force Awakens. Like, how the way she was unlocking her Force powers. So that she was just kind of like, okay, I need to try and do this, and then she did. Like, she did everything right in that. And then in this, it was just kind of like, she was just helping other people. Which makes sense for Rey as a character.
Yeah.
But she was helping. It was just kind of like helping Luke find his way, helping Finn, helping all these other people, but not like focusing on herself.
I'll admit though, I loved this. I was laughing pretty hard when Luke asks her to sit up on the rock, and he says, put your hands down, and he's like, okay, so like reach out. What do you see? And he starts like tickling her finger, and she's like, oh my goodness, I feel something. He's like, oh my gosh, it's the Force. It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. And then just whips her hand.
Dude, that reminds me of Brielle.
Really?
Like that scene. I was just like, she would be that adorable.
That was funny. Like, that was a comedy scene that really worked for me. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that felt very Luke Skywalker-ish.
Yeah.
Like, kind of... Actually, it felt more Yoda than it did Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And, like,
but I feel
original
like
trilogy Yoda.
Going all over the place. I feel like a lot of this movie didn't feel like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a theory about that I want to get to later.
Okay. Let's get back to Rey.
Not a theory, a fix that probably would have helped the movie.
Okay.
And I want your opinion on it.
All right.
So Rey, I felt, was very developed. Though
Wait, in this one?
No, not. What am I saying?
She was very developed in the
Not Rey.
Oh.
Who's it jumping to? Poe.
Poe. Yes, I would agree. We got a lot more with Poe than we did in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, Poe felt a lot more developed. Like, you could tell, like, we saw more why he's as cocky as he is.
Yeah.
And he has, like, every right to be with how badass he is.
Yeah, I would agree. I loved his the exchanges that him and General Leia had. I loved it.
It felt like I don't want to say mother-son, more like a grandmother's grandchild
I would agree.
relationship. Kind of like, I can't believe you're like this.
Yeah.
But I love you anyway.
Yep.
Like a mother-son would be more like like, why would you do that? Like yelling. But it was more, I felt, grandmother-ish relationship.
I would agree.
Which fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's Leia's reminded of Han when she sees Poe.
Yes.
Which I think that was the goal of J.J. Abrams, to bring like another Han in.
I would agree.
So that felt really, really good.
You know, he definitely had a pretty good story arc in this one.
Yeah. You definitely got to see why he was cocky, and you saw him kind of not being trusting of the new person in charge,
Yeah.
and him thinking that he knows better, which proves that he doesn't.
I just feel the whole movie, that whole plot could have been fixed if they actually told him the plan.
I know. It's just kind of like, okay, well, we can help you with this then.
Yeah. So no, screw Poe Dameron.
Yeah. Dude, personally, what I would have done in that situation, I don't know how space physics works, but I would have taken.
Well, apparently you can like come back to life and start flying in space.
Yeah, that was bullshit, but we'll get to that later. What was I gonna say, Rose? Gosh damn it.
I don't know. You were talking about space physics.
Yeah, space physics, but couldn't they have just taken, like, I don't know how hard it is to get fuel, but couldn't you have just taken all the fuel out of your support ships and then just flown it to the carrier and then just refilled with that stuff?
Yeah, that's true. And going off like how much fuel they said they had, how the hell did they last that long? Because they barely had any fuel left, right? Yeah.
And convenient that the planet that... We're getting off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
We need character development.
Okay,
We'll get back to this.
Okay, sorry.
So we're talking about Poe.
I don't really think
Poe
there's
was
anything else to say about Poe though.
I know, he's just...
He was good.
He's cocky Han.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Like Oscar Isaac did a great job in this one.
Yeah. Finn, I felt he played the same role he did in Force Awakens.
He did, and I hope that in Episode 9 he gets something to do. I mean, yeah, he got
needs to
something.
grow a pair.
Yes. And
He's trying to run away again.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just really want to know. Like, yes, I know he's an ex-stormtrooper. I want to understand why. Like, I mean, I guess, yeah, he kind of explained it in Episode 9. Or not Episode 9, sorry. Skipping ahead here. In Episode 7. But I don't know. I just really want to know more about Finn's backstory.
I don't think Finn's that interesting.
Really? I love Finn.
I like Finn. I don't think he's interesting enough for us to
At least give me
dive
something.
deep on who he is.
At least give me something.
I don't know what would satisfy you.
I don't know either. I'll see what J.J. Abrams does, and then I'll get back to you.
Like, I can't think of anything that would be interesting. Like, they basically covered. He was taken away from his family, raised as a stormtrooper.
Well, what was his family like?
He was taken away as a baby. We don't know what his family was like.
Maybe that can be explored.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
What truly doesn't make any sense is how Finn kind of deferred away from the stormtroopers. That doesn't make sense. Everyone else is just kind of super compliant.
Yeah.
And then he's the one stormtrooper that isn't.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Simonsen's brought up a good point because in Episode 7 he's like, when it was time for my first battle, I decided, this is not right, and I decided to get out. And he's like, really? That was your first fight? You must be like 30. You were taking like when you were like a baby. How much training do stormtroopers have?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So.
Dude, and regardless of how much training they have, they need to get to a shooting range.
Yeah.
Badly. I would have liked to see stormtroopers hit some guys.
Oh my. Okay, going off the stormtrooper thing. I'm sorry. So I know you've never heard of him. Nostalgia Critic did a review of Rogue One with Chris Stuckman, and Orson Krennic. Chris Stuckman's playing Orson Krennic, and he's like, you know what? My guys aren't doing anything, or like something bad's something bad is happening down there. I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of it myself. And he's like, well, sir, you have a whole bunch of stormtroopers at your command. Why don't you send them? Well, because unlike them, I can actually hit something. And the stormtrooper's like, what an asshole. It was really funny. Get off your phone. This is a podcast, man. Come on. Dedication.
I am.
Even though I'm holding
dedicated.
my phone right now.
I know. I was looking something up real quick.
Okay.
So Finn, we talked about. He just kind of played the same role, the guy that run away, and
Yeah.
then he's a heroic moment.
Just I hope that he gets something more to do in episode 9.
Yeah. In this one, he seemed really concerned with making sure Rey didn't come to the rebellion side. And I think if Rey would have known, like if none of this, if this movie didn't happen and Rey were to like get trained by Luke and then fly somewhere and it was just Finn,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Where's the rest of the rebellion?" And they're like, "Oh, they're getting blown up right now." She would freaking end him.
Yeah, she would.
Like, how in the world did you think that was a good idea?
Yeah, that's true.
So stupid.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
General Leia. I loved her in this.
Oh, me too. I just don't know how they're gonna like send her character off in episode 9 because Disney has come out and said they're not digitally recreating her and something.
They're not recasting her.
Yeah, they're not recasting her. So I'm like, okay, are you just gonna say that she died? Like, because there's no way that they're gonna be like, oh well, she actually decided to give up on the rebellion. No, General Leia would never do that.
No, she would die for the rebellion.
Yeah. So, no,
I'm trying to think of stuff that they could do. Maybe do like a future, like say this is after or General Leia has passed away of old age kind of deal, and then like build the story from there, being like this is years after, and then it's like this is like time that they had to rebuild the rebellion.
That's true.
They could do that. I don't see them continuing the story from where they left off.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I can see a couple ways that they could go with this, but I can't see a solid route that would work and be.
I mean, I trust Disney. I just hope that they don't fail us with sending Carrie Fisher off properly.
Yeah.
Well, that space thing, what the hell?
Yeah. She had a moment. This is actually a moment between her and Kylo Ren, I believe.
Yeah, and it was a very powerful moment because you see it in the trailer. Because Kylo Ren in his TIE fighter, he comes up to his mother's ship and he's like contemplating. He has his hand on the firing trigger and he's just contemplating, but then he doesn't. But then of course a whole bunch of other TIE fighters have to come in and blow it up. And you get a connection because General Leia is just like, she can like feel that her son's right there, and and it's just like really sad that when she finally does like wake up from the coma, which I don't think it's really a coma, but what the state that she was in, she's like, yeah, I now, or when she's telling Luke that like, yeah, I now know that my son is completely turned to the dark side, and it's like, oh, I mean, he didn't.
He's not.
Yeah, he didn't try to kill you. He stopped, but then these assholes had to come in and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, if I was one of those fighters, I'd probably tell on him. I'd be like, this bitch didn't do shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, General Leia, she does play a very good general leader role.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
it's Carrie Fisher. We all knew that she was going to be amazing.
Yeah, she's fantastic. And I will admit that when she got blown up, I thought that was how they were going to kill her off, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, I was like, oh my gosh.
In a way, do you think that would have been a good way?
No.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was ready to be sick, dude. I was just like, it just like caught my throat and like,
You would have pissed off so many Star Wars fans.
I know. It would piss me off, and I'm not even a huge Star Wars fan. But love General Leia. She didn't really develop any.
Yeah,
She
but
just kind of
stayed
stayed constant.
I don't think she really needed to, though.
Yeah, I think it's kind of with younger characters that they need to develop hers is just she's been in the role that she's in for a really long time.
Yeah.
So she kind of knows who she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't struggle with making decisions. She doesn't second guess herself, and I think that's how Leia's been forever.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't think Leia needs to learn anything. She's just awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, who's
good question.
Rose?
Yeah, Rose. I
I'm
can't
sure
say
the
I cared
act-
for her.
What?
Can't say I cared for
I
her.
didn't either. I'm
I
sure the
l-
actress is good. I mean, yes, the actress is okay, but the character was just poorly written.
Yeah, she just kind of. She didn't struggle. She kind of knew where she stood, kind of like how Leia is. But it was just kind of. It felt like Leia's more of a I'm confident in what I know. Rose is just kind of a yes girl,
Yeah,
a little bit.
I would agree. And the scenes where I think it's Canto Bite
Yep.
that her and Finn go off to takes you out of the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. Maybe it feels like Episode 1 in like that kind of genre. Or no, it does not feel like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that one. I went and saw it twice. First time I sat through it, and then the second time that's when I went to go to the bathroom and refill my popcorn.
Did I ever tell you the second time? It might have been just because I was really tired, but I actually dozed off a couple times.
That's fair,
Yeah.
dude. That scene was just unnecessary.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I liked about it, and this is going to sound really weird, is that it had no payoff.
Interesting.
Like, they
Liked
had this
that it had
whole,
no
I did. It's kind of like that situation where you see it over and over and over again. It's the plan kind of goes off the walls, but they still complete the mission.
Yeah.
And then they kind of fight their way out, and then they run away, and then the plan just works, right? In this movie, I liked how they had a plan, like a solid plan, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Like, I really like that. Like, it just kind of shows, like, no one's a perfect planner.
Yeah.
Not everyone can make a bulletproof plan. It just kind of falls apart. And that's how, like, the way Rose kind of felt with me. She kind of felt like the person that she didn't ruin it, the plan. She just kind of didn't have a role. Like, honestly, it could have just been
Yeah.
Finn on his own.
That would have been kind of cool. Or, no, how about we have Finn and Poe?
Yeah, but Poe kind of needed to keep, or he felt that he needed to keep Admiral
Holdo.
Holdo?
Yeah,
Holdo. He needed to keep General Holdo at bay.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think that's kind of why he stayed behind. Because no one would have listened to Finn if Poe ran off, and no one would have listened to Rose if Poe and Finn ran off.
Yeah, that's very true.
Finn and Rose were the perfect ones to just kind of go away undetected.
Yeah, true.
So, for that's why I liked their story.
I didn't like it.
That's the only thing I liked about it, is that their plan just failed.
Okay, so-
Admiral Holdo,
Okay.
I really liked. I thought she was a bitch at first. I'm just like, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, when she threw in Poe's face that General Leia's last action was to demote him, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I would agree. I thought she was a very good character. I especially liked when her and General Leia are parting ways, and like they start to say "May the Force" at the same time. And she's like, "You know what? You say it. I've said it enough times."
Yeah, that was a tender moment.
Yeah.
I think we can start getting to the acts now, so maybe we just get into like the big things that happened.
Okay. We gotta talk about One more character, Luke Skywalker.
Oh, gosh damn it, I forgot about him. Yeah, Luke. Luke didn't feel like Luke.
No, not at all. And even Mark Hamill came out and said that.
Yeah. But I think everyone's like throwing that out there. They're like, this didn't feel like Luke, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Luke is more, he sees the good in everyone.
Yeah.
I would have personally preferred to see more darkness from Kylo as a kid.
Me too.
Not just Luke sensing it.
Yeah.
Like, I would have...
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, right? And then him being like, okay, I either need to, like, I need to get the good out of him, or him just accepting the... Like, that would have been more, like, how Luke is now. Like,
Yeah.
would explain better than him just being him.
Yeah.
Him just being like, I sense the darkness. It's like, no, I sense the good in him, and I don't know if I can get this out.
Yeah.
And so I'm done.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense to me than him just kind of running away from
I
his
would
problems.
agree. But, I mean, like, what redeems the character is Mark Hamill's performance.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's amazing.
And especially that scene where, I can't remember what room it is, but Luke's just talking to Rey, and he's like, you know, when Leia came and approached me about training her son in the Jedi ways, you know, Han was Han about it, but, you know, Leia trusted me with her son, and, you know, I just had to be Luke Skywalker, the Master Jedi. And just the way he says, just like how I just had to be this Master Jedi, and it just had to go this way. It's just very powerful, in my opinion.
That's where I struggled. Luke wasn't a legend. I mean, he was confident in his Jedi abilities,
Yeah.
which maybe contributed to him being like, I can train these kids. I like how Han was the one that was kind of like, no.
Yeah.
Like, how, or it implies that he was the one saying, like, I don't, like, no. But Leia was kind of the one that's like, come on, let him go. And so maybe that's why, I mean, who knows, maybe that's why Kylo Ren was so against Han, just kind of like, you didn't want me to have this power kind of deal.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, but Luke didn't feel like Luke, and I have a bunch of fixes for that. Like, they are easy fixes to fix how Luke could have been more Luke. Is that all the characters then?
Yeah, the important ones, yeah.
Okay. So I
Because,
think
like
we
we
can
said,
just
Snoke
jump
is
from
amazing.
big event to big event.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So the first big event was Poe at the beginning,
Yes.
attacking that ship.
And during that, we get the first joke that you realize, okay, they're really shooting for kind of forced comedy here. And that's when Poe pretends that he can't hear what General Hux is saying.
That didn't feel out of place to me. That felt like a very Poe thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It was funny. It just caught me off guard.
Yeah, mixed feelings about it. He had the joke at the beginning too, or of like Force Awakens, where he's like, "Okay, do I talk or you talk?"
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
how's this
that's
work?
true.
Like, it's just kind of his thing. He
But
gets put
I
in a
just feel
stressful
like
situation.
this joke dragged on a little bit.
It felt like it needed to, strictly for BB-8 to put all that power into the engines.
Okay, that's fair.
So it makes sense, but I think Hux wouldn't have fallen for that. I don't think he
Yeah.
would have cared. I don't think he would have been like, "Oh, he can't hear me. Oh, okay, well, make sure he can hear me." I think he would have been like, "Just blast him out of the sky."
Yeah.
But he blows up all that shit. Like all the top guns, and then the bombing fleet comes in. Super poorly executed plan.
Yeah. Very poor.
extremely poorly.
Yeah.
Like, they were just going to drop all their bombs. What was the plan after?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like, after you drop the bombs, you're not going to turn around and light speed away. It's just bullshit.
I agree.
Like, that was a stupid plan, and Leo was right. It's just, like, let's leave.
Yeah.
Then that would have made a little more sense with the, I think it would have taken a bigger hit on everyone if that's how they were trying to escape with, like, their entire fleet, and then them just getting destroyed throughout. Like, just slowly watching their fleet and rebellion just die out.
I would agree.
That'd have been a lot better.
Yeah, I'll cut this out.
So, cutting to the end of that battle, you see Rose's sister sacrifice herself to destroy that giant-ass ship. I
Yeah.
forget what it was called.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Then you get General Hux talking to Snoke and getting completely bullied.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I liked how he tried to make it private. He's like, I know I'm going to get friggin' whooped.
Yeah.
And it's not going to work. This is not going to be in my favor.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave. I would think it would have been funnier to watch him try to run away.
Yeah, that would have been a little funnier.
But it was what it was. What else happened after that? They,
That's a spoiler alert.
yes, I announced a spoiler alert.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, after that was
I
they.
saw it twice.
So
and I
they
can't
went
remember.
light speed. They come out of light speed, and then the First Order's like right behind them.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was the next thing, and then they realized, oh shit, we're screwed.
Yeah.
And then Poe went to kind of go, or he went to go fight, but that bay got blown up by TIE fighters.
Yep.
And then after that, the next big thing was Kylo Ren and the other dudes are flying by and blowing up the hull, and that sucked Admiral Akbar and
Yeah, that really. I was like as bad as the. Oh my goodness.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, oh, okay,
Oh,
guess they're dead now.
yeah.
You didn't even get like any
No, you
like,
can't
oh
just-
no.
Yeah. Akbar deserved a lot better.
He should have just gone, it's a trap, and then got blown up.
Okay, yeah, that would have made it worth it.
Yeah, right. That would be great.
That would have.
So yeah, they got blown up. Leia does some weird force power that sucks her back into the ship. I personally thought she was going to die.
Me too, but I feel if she died that way, it would have pissed off a lot of Star Wars fans.
Yeah. What do we get after that? So, then Finn tries running away.
Yep.
Finn wakes up and tries to run away. Rose catches him, and then she starts like fangirling out,
Yeah.
being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm meeting the Finn," and then she realizes he's running away and zaps the shit out of him.
He's like, "What did you shock me with? I can't feel my tongue."
Teeth.
Teeth. Yeah.
Even worse, dude. I was just like, "Ugh." Like, yeah, I bet that felt great.
Yeah. Right.
Then they meet up with Poe, realize that they're being tracked through light speed.
They devise a plan.
Yeah,
They go to. What's the place?
Canto Bite.
Yeah, Canto Bite, where they run into DJ or Guillermo. I can't even say.
Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you. Which was a kind of a wasted
This whole thing
character.
was bullshit.
Yeah.
It could have been Finn alone.
I would agree. I mean, he was still kind of a funny character. Like, I love the explanation. Like, we got caught.
I made a deal.
Yeah.
It's in business.
Yeah. I'm like,
dude, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sketchy dude doing sketchy shit.
yeah. Like when he
Like-
said that, I'm like, I'm not surprised that he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did he have time to make that deal? We will never know.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
was just kind of like, we've been with you the entire fetching time.
Just like we will never know if Captain Phasma would actually get her dude.
Yeah.
She got more. She got more time in the Lego game.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Oh gosh, dude. So there's this scene with Captain Phasma capturing Rose and Finn and wanting to execute them slowly.
Which those those executioner guns, those were awesome.
They
So,
were
like,
pretty
it
badass.
Springs out. That was bad. Yeah, that was badass.
But right before they get executed, they show. Oh, is that the next thing? Oh no, we'll do the whole Rey thing in order later. But this is the whole story with like Poe and Finn. So this after they get captured, the rebellion starts escaping on these small transport ships.
Yep.
That Poe realized were getting refueled, and he realized that they were running away, or that Admiral Holdo,
Yeah. Hold
yes,
Got it.
was running away from them to escape to a nearby planet, and he was not cool with that. Why, I don't know. But oh no, now I remember. It was because they weren't shielded or armed.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
And so he was just kind of banking on them not, or Admiral Holdo was kind of counting on the First Order not tracking for smaller ships, just the big one.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that one was kind of out of its way. So maybe that's why, and then they scanned for that, and then they started shooting down. But so Admiral Holdo, in a last-ditch effort, turned the cargo ship around and made a jump for light speed, aiming right at the First Order ship. Something we've never seen in the Star Wars movie before, and it was badass.
It was. That was probably one of the best moments in the movie.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, oh shit.
And I just love how people were. AMC actually had to put up a sign that said, "It is supposed to be silent during that moment." These people were complaining like, "Where's the sound?" I'm just like, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Movies
like
can be silent.
light speed,
Yeah.
no sound.
It's like movies can be silent, you know. Just saying.
Yeah. But that scene was awesome. But it also blew up where Finn and Rose were,
Yep.
and then Phasma just kind of disappeared, and then comes doing an epic walk back with a bunch of stormtroopers.
Yeah, right?
Where the hell did she go?
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
she
know.
going to sit there and watch Finn get executed?
Yeah.
That pissed me
But
off. I
then
was
we
just
get to see an awesome battle between them, which only lasts
a second.
Yeah. And then
But you get to see that she's plasma or blaster proof,
yeah.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
When it bounced off her, I'm just like, oh
It was
shit.
especially awesome when actually like a little bit of her helmet gets taken off and you actually just see her eye. That was awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah, I want Phasma to have a bigger role in the next one.
Will
Please,
she? Probably
for-
not.
What?
Will she? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I
Dude,
feel
they
bad
made
for this actress because she's a very good actress.
Dude, she's amazing.
If I was her, I'd be getting pissed at Disney. I'd be like, what the hell?
Her name's like Gwendolyn.
Yeah, it's Gwendolyn something.
Yeah. She's from Game of Thrones, and I love her in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I've heard she's amazing.
She kicks ass. And in this, she just gets this. She should have a bigger role than freaking Finn.
Yeah.
I feel
I agree.
like she's just badass. Like she should be. The way that I view her as a character, she should be walking in with stormtroopers. She should be
Yeah.
walking in with next to Kylo Ren and General Hux.
I agree.
Those should be the evil trio, and then Finn, Rey, and Poe should be the good trio. And then
That's
it'd
how
be
it is
like
in like the Vanity Fair covers.
yeah. And then it should be Hux versus Poe, Rey versus Kylo, and Finn versus Phasma.
Yeah, bringing that up. Did I ever show you like what they did with the steelbook for The Force Awakens?
No.
Okay, so on the front it's Kylo Ren, and then on the back it's Phasma. What I think they should have done. No, this is what I think they should have done to make it even better. Have it be like, how about like, cause you know how like they'll have like the cut off of faces.
Yeah.
So the front have it be Kylo Ren and Rey, and then on the back have it be Finn and Phasma. Maybe not the cut off of the face, but at least like it shouldn't just be those two characters, because Rey and Finn play a huge part in Force Awakens. So I feel
Yeah.
that would have made a better steelbook if they did that. But it's still a good steelbook. Sorry, getting off topic.
And for a janitor, Finn fights really well. I feel he should have gotten his ass whooped and then something come and save the day. From like he should have
was
gotten
trained as a stormtrooper. How is he should be able to fight that well?
he's a janitor. And Phasma is Phasma. She's supposed to be like, I'm assuming, unless she's just kind of the only female trooper, which I doubt.
Yeah, that's true.
She should be the baddest ass stormtrooper. Like, hit at least one in every 2 targets.
Yeah.
And be able to just destroy. Like, she should have wrecked Finn, and then BB-8 come save the day.
It would been awesome to see BB-8 come save the day.
Which he did,
That's true, he did.
but it was after Finn just destroyed.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, what? Are you shitting me? I didn't care for it. Phasma is a really wasted character
She
in this
is.
series right now.
Straight
And
up.
she is made out to be such a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you see her helmet everywhere.
Yeah, the
in
Force
stores.
Awakens trailer like made her seem to have to be a complete badass, and then you see the movie and you're like,
And she was.
yeah, she was. in
She
this-
is. She's so badass, and then she just kind of gets. It pisses me off.
especially in the Force Awakens and Han Solo's like, do you have a garbage chute, trash compactor? Yeah. We did.
Dude, that part was funny as
That
shit.
was funny.
Especially where she kind of like turned a little bit and was like, what? Okay, then after that they escape to the planet, and then they have a big scene which we will get back to when we get done covering where Rey's been the entire time.
Yeah.
So,
Where are we at runtime, bro? How are we
I
done
don't know,
runtime?
a while.
If your computer wants to work, that piece
Yeah.
of shit, Asus.
This is going to be a long one.
Yeah, what are we at?
Like an hour 49.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So
I'd say
I
let's
think we
not
could.
go over 2 hours.
Yeah.
We can finish our stuff up in time.
Yeah. So, you want to cover Rey's story?
Yeah, so basically when we see Rey first, it's her handing Luke the lightsaber, and like we said, he just throws it over his shoulder, and she's like, Master Skywalker, I've been with your sister, she needs you to come back and basically help us, and he's like, no, you're wasting your time. So basically, like, she just like waits around on this island until he finally says, okay, you get 3 training steps. That's all you get. In which they don't even go through the 3rd one. They only do 2.
Do they?
Yeah, they only do
So
2.
the first one was the. What were the other
I'm
ones?
trying to remember, but it's been pointed out that I swear it's been pointed out that he doesn't show her the 3rd one.
Lame.
Yeah. So basically she waits around. He finally says, "Okay, I'll train you." But when she starts to be able to like basically like break gravel, he's just like, I saw this raw strength in Kylo Ren, and now that I see it in you, and it's even worse. No, I'm good. I ain't training you. And so basically,
Which is sad,
yeah.
I feel, because Rey's just trying to find answers. She
Yeah.
didn't want to be part of this.
Oh, I agree.
She kind of did. She wanted, like, she admired the pilots, because you remember in Force Awakens, she had the helmet
Yeah.
of one of the rebel fighters, and she
Yeah.
admired that. And you saw her little doll and everything, and
Yeah.
so she kind of wanted to be a part of it. She just didn't know how big of a part of it she would be,
Yeah.
if at all.
Yeah. Just trying to. And then what else happens? And then basically, she starts training. Well, okay, so she starts like just practicing with her bow staff, like her moves. But then she sees the lightsaber. She starts practicing with that, and basically she is able to cut a rock in half, and that I guess impresses Luke.
Yeah, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I think anyone can swing a lightsaber around and cut shit. I would.
I'd fail though. I'd probably cut my ear off or one of my fingers within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'd blast off my finger and be like, "Is this really hot?" Like, is it hot or is it just gonna?
Yeah, right. And then basically during all this, she finds out that she has a force connection with Kylo Ren, and he is telling her how like Luke told you the wrong story about me. That's not how it happened. All
You know
this-
what story?
Oh yeah, sorry. Sure.
There we go.
Sorry. So Luke tells Rey that okay, maybe you're better at explaining the stories.
Okay, so Luke's story that he told Rey was that he sensed a great darkness in Kylo Ren, or in Ben, and then he went in the middle of the night to his place of residency.
Okay.
And I don't know what to call it. His little hut,
Yeah.
I guess. And
Jeez, I don't know.
and so Kylo Ren like sees. Luke said that Kylo Ren woke up and crushed the building on top of him.
Yeah.
Then later, Rey throws it out there, being like, "You tried to kill him," and then he's like, "Oh, he lied to you,"
Yeah.
and then shares
Tried
that.
to kill me.
Yeah, and then shares the story that when he woke up in the middle of the night and Luke
Luke
had
was
his
about to,
lightsaber
yeah.
and was ready to attack.
Thankfully, his old lightsaber was right in Kylo Ren's reach.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that was Kylo Ren's lightsaber. At
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
that's true. Yeah.
And so he was able to force it to himself and then blocked his attack and then crushed the building on top of him.
Yep.
But then later, you find out that both of them were lying, and that Luke shares the real story, and this is where I had a fix for it to make it feel a little more Luke, because Luke says that he sensed a great darkness in Kylo Ren, and he says for a split second he turns on his lightsaber and he says, "For a split second I thought that I could end it right now, that I could end all the suffering that Vader caused, and get ahead of the game this time." And then he's like, and then when I decided not to, I saw the eyes of my nephew, saw the eyes of someone who's been betrayed, and then they attack, and then he like all that fun stuff. They lightsaber tap each other, and then Ben brings down the place and then burns everything.
Yep.
So my fix for this was to keep the stories the same,
Mm-hmm.
and keep Kylo Ren's the same, where he wakes up and Luke has the lightsaber on and attacks, and then to keep Luke's the same, where he was sensing the darkness inside of him. But the third one, where it was the truth,
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred he kept his lightsaber off.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would have rather him just be like looking at it, considering like I could end this. I could end any chance of him hurting anyone, killing my students, all this stuff, and then just kind of like looking and then looking to Kylo Ren, and then him realizing, or Kylo Ren thinking that he's going to kill him, and then they both turn on their lightsabers and do their thing.
Yeah.
That would have felt more Luke to me.
I would agree.
And yeah, I shared that on Fortress of Nerditude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What did they think?
they agreed. They thought it would have been more Luke-ish.
Yeah.
Which totally would have.
Should we just cut to like the kind of like the ending?
There's not really much to go off of after that.
Yeah.
It's just more of Kylo Ren and Rey. Rey goes to see Kylo Ren in the Millennium Falcon, or they do like a drive-by.
Oh yeah.
Where they stop, Chewie shoots out Rey, and then he takes off again.
And then Kylo and Rey go to see Snoke. Snoke basically like throwing Rey all over the place, which is like effed up. And basically he's like, Rey is still trying to get Kylo to come with her, but he's like, Snoke's like, no, he's completely committed to me. You foolish child, there's no way you can turn him back. And just like as he's saying this, Kylo Ren is picking, because Snoke is telling him to kill Rey, but as Kylo Ren's picking up his lightsaber to do it, he's secretly behind his back using the Force to move, because Snoke had.
Is he doing it behind his back? I thought he was doing it like at his side.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was to his side. Because Snoke had taken the blue lightsaber from Rey, or sorry, Luke Skywalker from Rey, and set it to the table by his side.
Yeah.
And then, so Kylo was using the Force to his side, and was able to turn the lightsaber and turn it on, and basically it sliced Snoke in half.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. During this, you get to find out that Kylo Ren knows who Rey's parents are, supposedly.
Yeah.
And it just revealed that she's no one.
Which
Really.
pisses me off.
Like, I don't know if I wanted her to be Obi-Wan's love child.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I didn't want her to be nothing.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson has come out and said, like, oh, Kylo could have been lying, or, like, that's open for...
It's like, oh, so you want J.J. Abrams to do exactly what you did to him.
Yeah.
What, to make it this even?
Yeah.
This isn't how this works.
So,
No, because isn't a whole rule in show business, like, or in improv, always say yes?
yes. Yep.
Yeah, so that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is a bullshit lie. It's like, oh, he was lying.
So...
It's a cheap way. Like, anything could be... It's like, if anything could be fixed that easy,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, Luke, I am your father. Oh, he was lying.
That's true. So basically, kind of like, because we're getting kind of longer on time here. So kind of like summing up the end, the rebels go to, I forget the certain place. But
The Salt Planet.
Yeah.
Salt Hoth.
Yeah. But the First Order finds them. Then Luke shows up, but it's not really Luke. Yeah. And Luke goes to confront Kylo Ren, and because I'm assuming because of all the rage that Kylo Ren is filled with, he doesn't realize that it's really not Luke Skywalker, even though there are so many signs that it's really not really Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, his hair's darker.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter. It's the blue lightsaber, which they, going back, Rey and Kylo Ren destroyed by Force trying to both pull it towards them. They split in half. So basically, yeah, he didn't realize that. And so basically, while Kylo Ren is fighting the fake Luke, this gives the rebels time to escape. Rey meets them, and Luke is just like, yeah, well, now that the rebels are basically, free, freedom will live on, the rebellion will continue. And I just love the line that he says at the end. He's like, "See you around, kid." And then he just fades away. And then
Dude,
he
you know what would have been
dies.
badass?
Yeah.
I know that this would have been like completely just out there, but I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see Luke there in person,
Okay.
and then have Kylo Ren really strike him down. I would have much preferred to have Luke really there.
Yeah, but I feel that because I feel that would have not made. I feel that would have pissed off a lot of people because it's like, well, wait, you already killed Han Solo. You're gonna make him kill Luke Skywalker too?
Yeah, but he did.
Yeah.
Technically, he did.
That's true.
Unless it was just the overexertion of force that killed Luke.
I think that's
But
what it was.
this is what I would have preferred. I would have preferred to see Luke there in person, being a complete and utter badass, just blocking all of Kylo Ren's attacks just like effortlessly,
Yeah,
and then him to pull an Obi-Wan and get stricken down by Kylo Ren, but have the, like what happened to Obi-Wan, just have the ropes fall to the ground.
Okay, yeah.
I would have preferred to have that, and then, or to have Kylo Ren run and then do that, and then to turn around, see the robes, and then to like look up and see a ghost Luke. And then like have Luke disappear, and then just have like a line of like the rest of the Jedi.
That'd be cool.
So it would have been like Luke, and then like Yoda, Obi-Wan, and then just like just a whole line of Jedi, and that are all like appearing and then disappearing.
Yeah.
That would have been badass.
That's true. I mean, I still liked the way they
Yeah,
did it.
I
I was
liked
okay
it.
with it.
I liked it too, but I'm the kind of person that would just go overboard and be like, all the Jedi!
So I'd say let's give our final thoughts and give our grade for it.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't we already give our grade on this?
Well, we gave our like.
Oh, quick thoughts, but no grade.
Yeah.
Okay. So Last Jedi, really good. Had its problems, especially with Finn, and his whole story. So I would have to give this movie a C plus, close to a B minus. Is that really rough on it?
No, because that's what I was gonna give it. But
C plus?
I was gonna stick with B minus probably.
I'll stick with the B minus because I think it wasn't C
Yeah.
plus. It wasn't like I've seen my movies that have a C plus. It doesn't. It's better than those ones.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a B minus.
Yeah. I'd give the same, a B minus. I have a lot of problems with it, especially the pacing. But I still think it's a pretty good Star Wars movie. It's decent. I still definitely prefer The Force Awakens over it because that's my favorite Star Wars movie. But it's definitely not the worst Star Wars movie ever made.
That's true.
But it's definitely probably the
Not the
movie that's
best.
divided the Star Wars fan base probably ever since Episode 1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen people this divided on a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright, so that wraps up both reviews. I know this has been a really, really long episode.
We apologize.
Yeah.
We'll get better at this.
Hopefully. I think we shouldn't do 2 movies, especially ones that, as
Yeah.
if it's one that we don't have a very high opinion of,
Yeah.
and then one that we do, because these ones we both had very high opinions
And
of.
I feel on like some movies, I don't think that we need to say like the whole story, like how we did with Coco, like go through like sometimes Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Maybe just point out like plot points that like really stuck out to us.
like what we did with
The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Like, what do you think?
We'll do that from now on then.
Okay.
So that concludes episode 8 of.
I thought this was 9.
This is the 9th. This is confusing as shit.
Yeah,
This is the 9th
Not
episode that
confusing,
we've
this
done.
is when I'm editing it.
No, this is the 9th episode we've recorded. This is technically episode 8.
Oh, okay.
Hey, which works out. Last
Yeah.
Jedi. What?
Damn.
We didn't even plan that.
Yeah, we actually did.
Okay, so next week we will be doing Dreamcast again. I'll be challenging Rose to see if he can guess who I would cast as what character, and
Yeah.
then we will also be doing, just for fun, a story of the Fantastic Four. We'll be creating one together off of a quick basis that I'll come up with. So you can look forward to that next week, and hopefully you're still stuck around for these two these 2 hours. We do apologize. We won't do 2 reviews at the same time again, unless the other one's going to be short.
Or if we do, just like plan like only 30 minutes each.
Yeah.
I think we did plan that, but like we didn't have time ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't even
Next time we got
think about it because there was just so much to talk about with these movies.
Yeah, I agree.
So next time it's just going to be a quickie movie, and then how about if we ever do 2, it's going to be
You said
old movie,
quickie.
new movie.
Sorry.
Gosh, you're such a child.
I know, I am. Shut up.
Okay. So we will see you guys next week, hopefully, and if you guys want to listen to us talk again after this, so we will
piss off a lot of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, hopefully not. So you can look forward to that. I will let you guys know. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at the All Bros. I changed the handle to match, so they're both at the All Bros. You can check out our YouTube. We will be attempting to post more and more to our YouTube channel, or you can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. Let us know if you have any movie recommendations for us, or have anything you want us to discuss, or if you want to discuss, we don't care. So look forward to that, and be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Still don't know what Stitcher is.
Yeah, I don't either. But
But
we're on it.
Yep. So you can look forward to that, and that is the end of our show. So that being said, this has been the All Bros channel. I am once again Caleb Albers.
And I'm Jonathan Rose.
All right, see ya, bras.
Later.